Mic check, 1 2. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Fire emojis in the chat box if you can hear me. Fire emojis in the chat box if you can hear me. Ha 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 ha. We back. Hump day. Fire emojis in the chat box if you can hear me. And we can get started on today's episode of Ravens Daily with Coach Evans. Fire emojis in the chat box. What's good, good people? Looks like the levels are well on my side. Seem to be. See if I can reach my little thing here. Hold on a second. Cause I ain't used it all this time. Come here. Put it on the desk with me. There we go. Just in case somebody get out of line, I can hit them with this.
Stop the cap.
Just in case somebody get out of line, I can hit them with it. Make sure I had to get my hands on it. That way if they get out of line, I can hit them with the stop the cap. All right. Be loud and clear. So, first things first. August 4th is coming up soon. The roundup meetup is coming at Busboys and Poets in Columbia, Maryland. If you do exclamation point tickets, which I'm going to do as I speak about it, let me get my chat up so I can see it and do it while I speak it. If you do exclamation point tickets, a link should pop up, and that's how you can get your tickets from Eventbrite.com. You'll get food, you get regular drinks, DRANK, like I call drinks, will be available to purchase, or you might have to see Mikey at his trunk to get the DRANKs. But you will have gift bags for you also. Again, this is about 3.5 weeks away. So don't be caught not at one of the hottest events that's going down in Columbia, Maryland. So if you're in the area and you like, what we're doing with the roundup, with the meetup, please come out and support. And you see the link there. It says get your roundup meet and greet tickets. Click that link. It'll take you to Eventbrite. Get those tickets. What up, Jose? What up? Get those tickets. All right. And so, after the meetup, so August 5th, when you start seeing people posting, from the event, and you start hearing how good it was, and then you be like, man, I wish I had known about it. If I'd have known, I'd have came. This all you're gonna hear.
Stop the cap.
That's what we're gonna hit you with. So I wish I had came. I wish I had known. I should have been there, man. If y'all had just told me. I'm gonna pass this around to everybody on the round table, and we're gonna give you these clips.
Stop the cap.
And that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That it is. That's all it is. All right. Secondly, the tickets for open practices and the stadium practice came out today at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and so I had the pleasure of readjusting my schedule to go to the meetup. I'm gonna go a day early because I was trying my best to try to get tickets to not the open practice. That's August the 3rd. So I kind of got my team together, and I'll tell you what normally happens. So got a couple homeboys that are sneakerheads, and so what he does is he kind of gets all us together and like, look, these sneakers are dropping XYZ day. He'll tell us which ones he want, and when they drop, we all try to get the sneakers for him. And sometimes we win, sometimes we don't. And so I basically tried to take that method into getting getting a ticket. So I had my wife, had him, had a couple other homeboys, Even talk to the guys on the roundup. I let them know what day I was trying to come, and we was gonna try to attack these tickets. So make sure I set me an alarm to be ready. I just happened to wake up early doing other stuff, so I was up and about. So time's ticking. I'm waiting. Got my computer up, waiting. Got my finger on the button, refreshing. Luckily I saw yesterday or day before that you needed a SeatGeek account. I didn't know if I had one, but come to find out I did. And for those that didn't know they needed a SeatGeek account, that was the people that's probably heartbroken right now. Because if you didn't have a SeatGeek account, you couldn't get a ticket. Or by the time you got your SeatGeek account set up, it probably was sold out. But anyway, got 10:59 roll around, wait. 10:59 roll around, wait. Bam, 11 o'clock hit the button, get my ticket. So happy. So I'm in there. I'm in there like swimwear. But my executive producer, I ain't gonna do that. But she got her ticket too. It's just we went around the world, but she got her ticket too. So we good. We good on this end. Now, what about this though? Also, what they didn't tell you is they opened the stadium practice tickets early. We just randomly clicked those way before 11 o'clock and got them. So I have 4 of those. I have 4 stadium tickets. 4. I'm only going to August the 3rd, but I got 4 stadium tickets. So I'm probably going to have some kind of giveaway on the channel. I got 4 stadium tickets that I'll probably be giving away at some point here in the near future. So that's because I'm only going to the August the 3rd practice. So be on the lookout for that. So I got to find somebody that did not get stadium tickets, and then we're gonna try to give them away because I don't know if everybody got them. And see, Iron, you might, we see, we might have a winner already. See, Iron, hit me in the DMs. You been. Matter of fact, forget it, C-Iron. You got my 2, C-Iron, because you've been rocking with me for a long time. You got my 2 stadium tickets. You've been rocking with me for a long, like at least 2-3 years. You got mine. Hit my DMs and we'll work that out. Hit my DMs and we'll work that out. All right. C-Iron, you got my 2 stadium tickets. There it is. Right there. Now we got the other 2. We're gonna have some kind of giveaway on the channel. But I was blessed to get them, and I was raised a certain way. I'm gonna pass this blessing on. That's what it is right there. I'm gonna pass this blessing on. So see, Iron, you hit my DMs, and we gonna pass however we need to pass them on or whatnot. We gonna do it like that. But wait till after the show, and then wait till after the More Sip the Tally show too, and then we'll do it like that. But again, if I get blessed, I've been taught through family and through church to try to pass them blessings on. So that's what's going on right there, because I got them. I have no intentions of just holding on to them, and I definitely didn't have no intentions of selling them. Selling them was never a part of the plan because they was free to me. So it is what it is. All right. I think Darwin's Raven. I think the other one, I don't know, but we got each one of us have them because I don't know if they're per person or per car. I don't know. I don't want to take no chances. So that's why we did it kind of separately, because we didn't want to take no chances. All right. But now, today's topic. Matter of fact, I forgot Noti Gang. Let's get to the Noti Gang for today after we had so much story time for an eventful day. Noti Gang for the last show. Matter of fact, hold on. We ain't through with story time yet. We gotta go back. We ain't through with story time. Yesterday, So yesterday, put this topic up yesterday, and we was gonna have this topic yesterday, and some kind of way like power went out. And I don't know if somebody hit a pole or maybe just got too hot or whatever it is. I don't really care. I'm not that nosy. I didn't go looking. Just know I knew they were working on it because it'll come on for 10 or 15 minutes, then it'll go off. Then it'll come on for 10 or 15 minutes, then it'll go back off. So it came on about 30 minutes before the show. I decided, okay, I'm going to get on up and prepare for the show. Had everything about halfway set up. And about 10 or 15 minutes before the show was supposed to start, went back off. So that's when I came into the chat box and typed, I forgot what I typed, but basically I'm going to postpone it to tomorrow because the power keep going in and out. So apparently that wasn't good enough. Because when I went back into this stream this morning to, just to change the date and to put today's time in there was people talking about it was clickbait and that I was late and it was just crazy stuff. I was like, if you just read the comment I made, I told you what was going on. The lights was going in and out, and I'm gonna have to postpone it till tomorrow. That's why I left the comment. I guess reading wasn't fundamental. So did what I could. I guess it wasn't good enough, but I apologize if you felt clickbaited, but can't help what the power people do. It is what it is. Sorry. But just read from time to time. And I ain't gonna lie, I'll be a victim of it sometimes too. I don't read either sometimes. I look and be gone. I ain't gonna even put you out there like that. Sometimes I just look at stuff and make assumptions and don't read. Cause it's an old saying out there. If you want to hide something from some people, put it in a book. I ain't gonna say what people they talking about though. All right, but now on to the show. Know the game from our last live stream. Ozzy 101, Jeremiah W, who's always in here, Steven from Florida. I appreciate you guys. If you don't know what the Know the Gang is the first 3 people to come into the live stream and type in hashtag Know the Gang, they get recognized the next time I go live. And even if you're not one of the first 3, I appreciate everybody that comes when they get the notification, they jump in to still put it into the comment section or into the chat box. That lets me know YouTube is doing this job. And even though you did, I saw it too. That lets me know that YouTube is doing this job of notifying my followers and notifying everybody that clicked the bell for the notifications to come to them. That's just basically accountability. YouTube doing this job, I'm doing my job, so I know that everybody's doing it. And for the first 3 to come in and do it, that's a simple shout out and a thank you that for coming in and letting me know what's going on. But for the topic didn't have a comment of the day, so we're gonna skip right over that because I didn't even put it on. I didn't even put it in the comment section on purpose. Let's make this a little bigger, if I can. All right, so it was an article on PFF. We know the infamous PFF. It says Lamar Jackson and analysis by passing depth. And I'm just gonna read it to you for the article because a lot of people don't have PFF, so I just kind of share what's going on. T Sizzle trip. Shout out to T Sizzle, man. T Sizzle be bringing it. Okay, back to what. Stay focused. Stay focused. Lamar Jackson and analysis by passing depth. Behind or at the line of scrimmage. It says Jackson ranks just 24th in the league with 234 passing attempts behind or at the line of scrimmage since the start of the 2019 season, including the playoffs. 7 of those have resulted in touchdowns, tied for 13th in the league, while his 69.3 PFF passing grade was tied for 31st. Nonetheless, it's worth noting that the grade differences are not eligible on throws like this, as all but 3 of his 45 quarterbacks attempted 100 passes behind the line of scrimmage in that span and earned a 65 plus PFF passing grade. This is Daniel Jones leading all of them at 78.6%. Now, with Daniel Jones leading anything, do you really want to be in that group? Really? We don't really care about throwing the ball at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. That's bubble screens. That's bubble screens and check downs. I mean, that's Kirk Cousins territory before he got Justin Jefferson. That's check down Charlie. It's check down Charlie. That offense don't win you big games. We don't care about at the line of scrimmage. We want intermediate and down the field. Intermediate down the field. That behind the line of scrimmage stuff, that'll get you some every now and then. If down the field is covered, then you check it down, yes. But we don't care about leading at the line of scrimmage. All right? We don't care about bubble screens and all that stuff. Duvernay ran 1 million bubble screens at Texas, which had him as one of the best as far as hands catchers in college. And what does they got him in the NFL? Much of nothing. Let's go to the second part of it. And these were all different paragraphs, but I just didn't want to put the whole article up there, so I kind of broke it down by each paragraph. All right, 1 to 9 yards down the field. So that's from 1 yard to 9 yards down the field. Jackson ranks just 24th among 60 quarterbacks with 100 or more attempts at this depth since 2019, with a 74.1 PFF passing grade. He has thrown 16 interceptions, tied for third most with 11 turnover-worthy plays, tied for 16th. So he has been on the wrong end of some turnover luck here. This is one of the biggest areas of opportunities for Jackson under Monken. If, as expected, Monken spreads the offense out more, Jackson should see more space in the middle of the field than he has under Greg Roman's heavier offense. Now, what I think happens in this area of the field, a lot of his tip balls happen here because we have 9 gazillion receivers in the middle of the field. You have a tight end there, you have the back there, and you have somebody deep over the middle of the field. So with us having more receivers there, you have more defenders there. You get a lot of tip balls. You get some errant throws because Mark had the ability to freelance, which means that sometimes him and Lamar wasn't on the same page. So not all of these interceptions that I just read about are Lamar's fault, because you got too many people in small spaces. And you'll see a bunch of times on film where we'll have 3 receivers in about a 5x5 space, and you may have one person covering all 3 guys. So that's by design. I would say most of it's by design. Part of it's bad luck on tip balls, and I'll say a small percentage is Lamar just making an error. A small percentage. All right, let's go to the next one. This is a little chart. It says Lamar Jackson by passing depth table, and this is his attempts. Behind the line of scrimmage, 234 attempts. 1 to 9 yards down the field, which is the most, 689 attempts. 10 to 19 yards, which is what we would consider intermediate, 322 attempts. And 20 plus yards, which would be considered the deep balls, 227 attempts. His grades, kind of fit what we want. The intermediate passes is his best grades, and the deep ball, 92.4% for 10 to 19 yards, and then 91.1% for the deep balls. That's kind of where we want him to be good at. That's what we want him to be good at. But if you look back, and specifically if you look at the playoff game, and this is not a part of the article, but if you look at the playoff game that we lost to the year we were the MVP year. Do you guys remember all those drops? We had like 8 drops in a playoff game. You can't put that on 8. You can't put that on 8. And the wide receiver room is much more upgraded than it was then. This man was dropping dimes in that playoff game, and them receivers just were straight up dropping. He was dropping dimes, and they were dropping the ball. And that's crazy. I think we got 2 more slides, I think. All right, let's go to 10 to 19 yards down the field. It says there were just 11 quarterbacks with 100 plus attempts at this depth and have earned a higher PFF rate passing grade than Jackson's 92.4%. His 7.1% big time throw rate ranks 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, meaning only 5 other guys are higher than him, while his 5.0% turnover worthy play rate ranks 16th best, mark 2. That's the middle of the pack because it's normally 32 quarterbacks normally. The exciting thing for Ravens fans is that this is an area where Jackson is at his best as a passer, meaning which I just said, his intermediate throws are where he excels at. Normally, that's that deep over route. That's that deep over route to mark a lot. This is kind of where he hits that deep over route at 16 to 19 yards coming from the other side of the field. And they kind of flood, they'll have somebody in the flats that's running like a whip route or the back running out in the flats that'll pull the defender up. They'll have some kind of deep concept, maybe a goal or a skinny post, and they'll run mark right in that voided area and they'll flood the concept. That's kind of what, and they did it a bunch of different ways. Let's see where I'm at. The exciting thing for Ravens fans is that this is an area of the field where Jackson is at his best as a passer, and he's going to throw passes to better receivers here in 2023 with the addition of Odell Beckham Jr. and Zay Flowers, and joining a hopefully fully healthy Rashad Bateman, which is my point exactly. We got a better receiving room now than we've had in a long time. In a long time. This is the best receiving room we've had in a minute. Somebody was talking about this, and I don't know who it is. I don't want to misquote them, but somebody said this might be if everybody pans out, this is the best receiving room the Ravens have ever had. Somebody said that, not me. I don't remember who it was, but somebody said this might be the best receiving room that the Ravens ever had collectively. All right, and lastly, 20 plus yards down the field. So this will be considered the deep throws. Jackson has been fine, if a little inconsistent as a deep passer. His 91.1 PFF passing grade ranks him 25th among the 37 quarterbacks that attempted 100 plus passes at that depth since 2019. His 26.4% big time throw rate ranks him 25th, and his 8.4% turnover worthy play rate ranks him 21st. Jackson has lost 11 completions on deep passes to drops in that span. That's too many. Tied for 8th most. See, before I even got to that, I knew it was too many. That's too many. But even on film, you can see the misses as a passer sometimes as well, and that's where I think the flock is split down the middle. Because when people say what I just read, they're called haters, or they're saying every quarterback does misses, but his misses are viewed a lot more. Let me make sure I say this right. His misses are, and I've said it a bunch of times, his misses are, how do I say this? Because I'm not a hater. I'm really not. I'm going to just say this. His misses won't be as big of an issue now because he's going to have more attempts. That's the best way I can say it. If he missed the same amount of throws as he's missed in the past, they won't be as big of an issue because he's going to have more attempts this year. That's the best way I can say it. He didn't have that many attempts, and they were an issue because he wasn't going to throw the ball but maybe 20 times a game. All right? Let me see. So what was I? 8th most. But even on film, you can see that his misses as a passer sometimes as well. And his misses sometimes were his fault. Sometimes the receivers running the wrong routes. Sometimes the receivers just couldn't track the ball. And they weren't all his fault. I agree with a lot of people. They were not all his fault. It was sometimes the receivers. Sometimes it was concepts. They were not all his fault. All right. Where were we? Nevertheless, this is an area where having his best receiving core since entering the league will help. Flowers can win downfield coming off a season where he ranked 11th among all FBS receivers with 500 yards on receptions of 20 plus yards downfield. And we know what Beckham is capable of in terms of spectacular catches. With that being said, man, we have the guys and the quarterback to be a down the field passing team. Even with Roman's Neanderthalish passing schemes, Lamar was good from 10 yards plus. He was not good from 1 to 9 yards because 16 receivers were in a box with 16 defenders. And so that's where tip balls and everything, they went awry. So the thing is, we get more guys spaced out. And I think Monk is going to do that. Get guys spaced out. He can see better. He can actually have real NFL quarterback reads and not have 9 people in the triangle. And I'll talk about the triangle on a different film. I've talked about it before. But I'll talk about the actual quarterback triangle read and can do some things offensively. We can do some things offensively. But I just wanted to share this article with you because even though it sounds like it's going to be another one of those, it sounded like it was going to be another one of those articles where they were just bashing Lamar, and it kind of started off like that. It actually wasn't. Because this is one of the articles where the numbers don't lie. And the numbers told you that from 1 to 9 yards, he was snake bitten by interceptions, and not all his fault because it was too many people in small spaces. But down the field, he got better. The further he threw the ball down the field, the better he got. And now with Monken and different schemes, he can now open the field up. Open the field up and become the guy that we hope he would be. And probably get back to the MVP form. I ain't going to say probably. He is going to get back to the MVP form. That's what we're going to put it. He is going to get back to the MVP form. But it is now 6 o'clock. So you know what time it is. I'm going to end this stream and we're going to slide on over to more sip to tally. It should, once I end it, it should push you right on over to more sip to tally. And I think we're on team number 16 today. So make sure you go over there and check out team number 16, that more sip to tally on the power rankings. If you have not watched an episode, again, you don't have to do anything. I'm going to end it. It's going to take you right over there. And once you get over there, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And let's go over there and enjoy the number 16 team on the more sip to tally power